I think that for many of us, we stay in these narcissistic dynamics for longer than we should. I think for a lot of us, we live in hope that this person is going to change, that maybe if we show them a little bit more love, this person is going to be different. And so we stay. We put up with the abuse, we make excuses. But the thing is, I understand that it's so hard to let go of someone who you have invested so much love, time, energy, and it's not easy to leave. And also added to the fact, there's that period that you're going to be alone. None of us, all of us don't want to be alone. We want to be with someone. And that's what keeps us stuck in this dynamic a little bit longer. And let's not forget, there's also the trauma bond that keeps us stuck and attached onto this person. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So I really want to tackle this topic. It was something that was brought to my attention not so long ago. I think that a lot of us do live in this hope that this person is going to change. And for those of us that have been with this person for quite some time, we really hope that this person will change. The more that we give them attention, the more that we give love, the more that we give them so much of ourselves to this person, we're thinking that they are going to change. And we think that our unconditional love can actually cure this person, and this person can be who they were right at the beginning of this relationship. The thing is, your love, your patience, your time that you invest in this person, that can't even cure them. That can't even make them or help them change. And I feel like living in hope and not seeing this for what it really is damages us. Because there's a sense of failure. There's a sense of, well, why couldn't I make this work? And that's what keeps you attached onto this person for longer than you should. The thing is, the antidote to this is you've really got to see this person for who they are. For a lot of us, we go back to thinking, I remember how it was right at the beginning of this relationship, how it was when we were together, first of all. They were so lovely, they were so patient, they were so kind, we clicked, we were like soulmates or twin flames. And this person just got me. But then that changed and they become someone that you didn't recognize. And that's just the thing. Someone who is healthy, someone who has a sense of self, brings themselves authentically into this relationship, they're not suddenly going to change. They are the person that you met. And that's the sad thing, my friends, because when you realize that what our brain does is, in psychology, what happens is that we form schema about people. We get to know people how they were right at the beginning. So that's all about first impressions, how you get to know that person. And we form a schema of that person, an impression. And what we do is we go off that impression of that person. And that's what we think. We get stuck on that impression and we think that that person is going to be like this all the time. So when they start being nasty, when they start blaming you, when they start not answering your calls and disappearing for chunks of time, you then start to make excuses for it because you think, oh, okay, that's not really who they are. They're not really like that. So they're probably having a bad day, or maybe they've got some anxiety, or maybe there's something that they're going through and they're not telling me. These are the excuses that you are making about this person, because what you're not doing is seeing the reality and the truth of what really is going on. This person is showing you who they are. People rarely change. So the more time that you spend with this person will reveal to you who they are. And if you think about it, how often were they so nice? How often were they really kind? There was always issues. There was always something that was wrong. It was always your fault. They were always eyeing up that other person. They just by accident cheated, or maybe it was your fault that they cheated on you. And how really could you get over those behaviors? So the fact is that you're pouring love, you're pouring kindness and patience into this person. Yeah, it's not working, is it? It's really not working, because there's still that person that you don't like. And that's what you need to ask yourself. Do you really like this person? Are you enjoying being in this relationship with this person? Are they giving something back, or is it you that's just putting all the work in? Is it painful being with them? And then for those of you who are out of this relationship and are now stuck in a trauma bond with this person, This is where you got to think, look, you know, how long am I going to be stuck in this? How long am I going to be overthinking? How much longer am I going to be expecting different answers or closure from this person? Me speaking to them or communicating with them often, are they giving you any answers? Is anything changing? Probably not, because it's not going to. And I feel like living in hope, what's the worst? You're not seeing the truth. You're not seeing the truth of the reality of this situation, because this person isn't going to change. They're not going to be suddenly different and realize the error of their ways. They are going to get back in contact with you. They are going to want to have these discussions, but usually what happens is they blame you. They say it's your fault and you should change. There's no accountability from them, and there's never going to be a different narrative. This is who they are, and that is what you've got to see it as, that this person isn't likely to change. So you are wanting to have a different outcome. It's not going to happen. And I know that's really harsh for some of you to hear, but this person is who they are. And this is where you've got to put yourself first and think, well, what am I doing here? Like, how much longer am I going to spend? You know, I've spent X amount of time being with this person, expecting a different outcome, hoping that they will change, and they never did. That's where you've got to accept this is who they are. This is an illusion wanting to fix them, because you're not going to be able to. And you know you're going to go through all of these stages of value, devalue, discard. That is literally how it has always been, and that's not going to change. And the trauma bond is going to be through the same cycle. You're going to miss them. You're going to be upset. And of course it's going to be hard. What you have to stop doing is romanticizing this relationship. They are not that person that they were right at the beginning. The person that exited or left you like this, or the person that they were right at the end, that's them. That's their real selves. And you got to realize that a trauma bond, well, that's what it is. It's its name, trauma bond. You're bonded traumatically to this person. If they were healthy, if they were different, if they were that person right at the beginning, well, then you wouldn't be traumatically bonded to that person. You wouldn't feel codependent on them for their validation. You'd be all right. You'd be able to move forward because there'd be closure. But that's where you've got to realize that you've got to move forward without them and put this to bed, because what's happening is this is taking your life away from you. So guys, I really hope that this video has helped. I know that a lot of the things that I have talked about in this video have probably been really hard to hear, and I really didn't mean it to be. I just wanted you to realize that we can't live in hope and keep lying to ourselves that this person is going to change. They're not. That's not going to happen. So my friends, please forward this video to someone who you feel needs to hear this message today. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.